I'm back. Video number 3, introductions. Okay, what you need to know for this event is we are asking everyone to arrive in and around 4:30 at Bennigan's Ballroom. The dinner will be served promptly at 5 o'clock. You might be asking, what do we do for those 30 minutes? Well, this is a great time for Grandma and Grandpa or moms and dads to pop in to our little photo op area, snatch a picture of you with your class, with your guests that you invited, with your best friend, whomever you want pictures of. Maybe picture with mom and dad, with grandma and grandpa, however you want to use the photo op. Then it's a time for introductions. So this is a natural time. It's not going to be super awkward as far as we're not having a schedule like, okay, it's your turn to introduce your guest. Nothing like that. It's just you're all kind of mingling in a lobby type area or off to the side of the room. And you come up and, you see a friend and maybe you've brought a guest from outside the group. And so you want to introduce them. And so there's proper ways to do that. So here's what we need to know. First of all, these introductions acknowledge identity, presence, and a person's value. So our goal in doing this leaves nobody as an outsider, nobody as a stranger, nobody standing off to the side unrecognized. That is why your guests are going to have a fabulous time. Or if you are a guest, you're going to have a fabulous time because we are preparing for you. We're excited you're coming and we want to properly introduce you to our friends and to our classmates and to our family so that you feel welcomed. You are welcomed. And so this is the proper way to do that. Here are some tips for you. Smile, always smile. I have a really good friend who always told her kids, if you don't know what to say, just smile. And it works. It does. It really, really works. So number 1, we're going to make the introductions at the earliest moment possible. Okay? You're walking through a door, you see a friend, you're going to walk up to them and introduce them right away. Get that out of the way. Make sure that happens right away. So there's no weirdness. Second thing you need to remember, you're always going to use full names, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate this in class by doing some role playing. So on here, I'll try to help you visualize what that would look like. Third, you're going to say the most important name first. This is how you decide what's the important name. The oldest or the woman's name. Okay? And then you're going to say the last name as well. So first and last name. Or you'll say the person with the highest rank. Okay, so if you're at a military ball or something, you need to know those things. In a family, the highest rank would go dad, mom, teens, toddlers, etc. Oldest to youngest, okay? So here's an example of what this could look like. Grandpa, this is my friend Emily Forsyth. Emily, this is my grandpa Lars Chelta, okay? So Lars, grandpa, was the oldest. So he took rank over the woman, Emily. So I used full names when introducing them. Okay, this is if I was introducing my husband to my friend, Emily Forsyth. It would go like this. Eric, this is my friend, Emily Forsyth, and her husband, Aaron. These are their kids, Ethan, Emma, Ellie, and Edie Forsyth. Forsyth family, this is my husband, Eric Williams. Okay? So that you guys can pause that, rewind that, practice that, however you want to do that. For group instructions, you might say something like, this was my son brought a friend last year. Her name was Nara. So this is how we practice it in class. Nara, this is if my son was talking. This is my classmate, McKenna Crabb. McKenna, this is my friend, Nara Boyer. This is Ethan Forsyth, Jace Mortensen, Silas Hoffman, and Isaiah Youngren. Then you add a little something. Nara used to live in Forest City and attend classical conversation when she was in elementary school. She now lives in South Dakota with her parents and her sister Gemma. Okay, so that seems like super nerve-wracking. Most of you are going to know each other. If you're coming in new, you don't have to worry because you don't have to do the introducing. Your guest is going to introduce you. And the guest who's doing the introducing, they already know their friends. And so they're going to be able to share a little something interesting with the group to help them make that connection. Like, oh yeah, you're the one that lives in South Dakota. How much easier is it to pick up a conversation when you know a little something about the person than if you know nothing about them? So I believe a lot of the conversations were like, oh, I remember you, or oh, do you live in South Dakota? Where do you live near? I have family there. Or it just kind of naturally takes off that way, and it really takes away the awkwardness. If you forget someone's name, just simply apologize and ask them to refresh your memory. That is no big deal. Now, when you are being introduced, so if you're a friend guest on this video, here's for you. When you're being introduced, make good eye contact and smile, okay? You do want to shake hands with a nice firm handshake, so this is something you can practice. The man should always extend the hand first to a woman, and an older woman should always extend her hand first to a younger woman, okay? So if you are a gal being invited to this event, someone's probably always going to be extending their hand to you. So that will be helpful. You won't have to try to remember when to do that. When you're sitting at a table and a new couple is approaching, the gentleman should stand up, and the lady can as well, but you should stand up to shake their hand. That shows that you are interested in them, you're happy they're there, and that you have respect for them. So don't just stay seated and say hi. Go ahead and stand up, take interest, shake their hand. Number 4, respond. A response that you could say is, I'm so happy to meet you, or hello, it's nice to meet you. Something simple like that. When you're leaving the conversation, you could say something like, again, it was so nice meeting you, or I'm very happy to have met you. No big deal. If the other person speaks to you first, respond with, thank you, it was nice meeting you also. No big deal. Super easy. You have this on video. You can watch it as many times as you like. Okay, see you on the next video.